Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. This is episode 216. And the older I get, the more I understand the value of stretching before a workout. You know, I love to run. I used to be a track star in high school, and I still run every now and then these days as well when I work out. And I understand that stretching is very important. When I was in high school and when I was in my younger years, I didn't stretch as much. But now I understand why stretching is important. We have to warm up those limbs, those muscles, those joints, so that we can be prepared to go out there and put our bodies through these rigorous workouts. Here's the thing about stretching, though. It can be very uncomfortable sometimes. You know, when you're stretching parts of your body that you haven't worked out in a long time, it can be very uncomfortable when you're stretching or when you're doing yoga, things like that. These things could be uncomfortable, but it's necessary to go through these uncomfortable stages before we go into the real deal. We'd rather be uncomfortable in the beginning because we can push through that when we're actually putting our bodies through the actual workout. And so therefore, when we do become uncomfortable later, it doesn't faze us. And this translates into our dreams, into entrepreneurship. These are the uncomfortable truths that we have to accept when we're on this journey. The uncomfortable truths are you're going to lose friends. And that's okay, because if you lose friends, then they were never your real friend to begin with. The uncomfortable truth is you're going to have many times where you doubt yourself. But that's okay, because just as much as you can doubt yourself, you can believe in yourself right after that fact. The uncomfortable truth is you're going to be broke many times. Your bank account is going to be low. Your credit score might take a hit, but that's okay, because just because your credit score goes down and your bank account is low and you might miss a payment on a bill doesn't mean it's going to kill you. You see, in this society, we believe that money is the ultimate security, and it's not. Your faith in yourself and in a higher power is the ultimate security. So even if your credit score drops, even if your bank account takes a hit, even if some reason you're past due on a bill, it's not going to kill you. It's always a way to bounce back and to make it happen. These are uncomfortable truths that we have to accept and that we have to face as we go through this life to accomplish our dreams and be successful. The uncomfortable truth is maybe your journey isn't this hard simply to teach you a lesson or to make you a better person, because I do believe that is part of it. Part of the reason why our journeys is so hard is because we're doing something that most people don't want to do. So of course we're going to have to learn throughout it. Of course we're going to make mistakes. Of course it's going to be learning pains. Maybe your journey isn't hard simply to teach you a lesson. But your journey is hard so that you can be a testimony for someone down the line. Because right now is somebody watching you that's going through the same scenario and the same situation that you're going through, if not worse. And they're rooting for you. They're rooting for you because they want you to make it, but they're really rooting for you because they need to be shown and they need to become a witness that it can be done. That's why you're so uncomfortable, because there's somebody else out there that's stretching and that's going through the same labor pains, and they need to be made witnesses. They need that tangible proof that what they're doing would not be in vain. And your story is the testimony to provide that tangible proof for them. That's why your journey is so hard. And that's another uncomfortable truth. You have to go through this. You have to bear this cross. You have to sweat. You have to endure this pain. You have to persevere for yourself, but for others who are watching you, the ones who are on the sideline, the ones who are going to get in the game after you. You have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's one thing I had to come to terms with myself. I chose this path of entrepreneurship. I could have easily got a 9-to-5, settled for a secure paycheck every 2 weeks, and lived my life. But I didn't want that. I couldn't find any purpose in that. I wouldn't have been fulfilled if I'd done that. So I chose to go this route. I chose to be uncomfortable. This is the bed that I made. And I have to deal with it, and I have to appreciate it every single day. So that's why throughout this season, we have to continue to become comfortable in uncomfortable circumstances because we chose it. And we welcome it. We embrace it. We're going to tackle it head on. We're not going to run from it. Your credit score dropped, that's okay. Your bank account is low, that's okay, because you still have your dream. You still have your passion. You still have this idea that the world needs and that the world wants, that's going to blow up and make you lots of money, but it's going to make a huge impact on the people that you're providing it for. These are uncomfortable truths as an entrepreneur and as a dream chaser. So that's my message this morning. If this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things. Number one, please pass it on to somebody who may benefit from it as well. And number two, please leave a 5-star review. It would mean a lot to me. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Be comfortable on this journey, even though it's going to make you uncomfortable naturally. Just understand that you were built for this, you were made for this, and it's not going to destroy you. You're going to get through it, and your story will be a huge testimony for somebody else's motivation in the future. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next week.